going to Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, all the classics from Universal. Own all of that stuff. And that will allow us to do a channel. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but Marvel films, like the catalog. We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme parks.
AKA Batters, really quick. Moment of silence. Can you hear it? If you ever hear it, it's Mr. Softy ringing his tune, and it's echoing through the walls of the building, coming into here. That's when you know it's spring. That's when you know it's summer. Welcome to it. Peter A. DeLuca here. Welcome to my video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Coming to you from Philadelphia, PA, home of me, the eclectic one, sometimes AKA Pad 69. We're still talking yesterday, Ike Perlmutter. Now look, I want to get to the Blue Beetle Dark Knight comment, and I want to show you guys a wrestling WWE sketchbook I made a couple years ago from Archer Robots. Those are videos I'm delaying because a lot of you seem to like the Ike Perlmutter video. And the audio that I played, it's Michael Jackson buying Marvel Entertainment and Marvel Comics. Why is this significant? Why are we talking about this now? Because the internet is completely just like rewriting Perlmutter's contribution to Marvel, the way how he saved that company. They're just going into this like weird vein of loving Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige could do no wrong and he should never have been fired, which is ludicrous to me because we're talking business here. We're not talking entertainment. We're not talking how great the movies are or not great the movies are. We're just talking about business moves. And when it comes to business, I'm sorry. There's so much heat and there's so many arguments for the removal of Kevin Feige. I'm so sorry that a lot of you shills out there refuse to believe that. Oh, by the way, do you like the white hotness here? We got the Starbies and the matchy. Got the Phil's hat. Phil's just dropped oh my god, they just dropped the whole series against Tech's ass. But Michael Jackson buying Marvel, it was realistic, it was real, it was potentially happening, and the ideas around it are significant because Marvel would later to become a lot of these things, a lot of these ideas that not just Michael Jackson, but the Jackson camp. And Michael Jackson was surrounded by brilliant and very smart business people. He's one of the first people in history to kind of get that level of attention and build a core of financial advisors and other businessmen in all kinds of industries kind of rallied around him, and we'll call it like his own board. He literally had a boardroom of other luminaries to help him and usher him to do great things with his money. One of those things was, as we know, like he invested in other musical acts like the Beatles and started acquiring music rights and catalogs as he marched on. But he got hit with these allegations, and we know what some of these allegations are, and they kind of derailed these talks and momentum, and sometimes you can't convince other people to sell when you have allegations like that, despite how court trials have unfolded. It's just bad for allegations overall are bad for business. That's a lot of like cancel culture and what the world that we live in now, where anyone like a mob through Twitter can give you allegations and completely end your existence, which is SAD. But we're ignoring the idea. We're really ignoring the idea that, and again, like highlighted in here, that Ike Perlmutter was one of the guys. Like Marvel could have went to Michael Jackson, and we know that Michael Jackson, and somebody said this, Michael Jackson was a 100 millionaire that spent his money like a billionaire. Michael Jackson would have eventually, and I do believe this, he would have ran into trouble and probably have to start selling some of his assets. One of those assets probably would have been at the time Marvel, and then Marvel just literally would have been just done. It would have been like sliced up like a salami sandwich and distributed like all over the place. Ike Perlmutter was able to come in and strip mine the company while trying to expand it, while trying to access a little bit of this 90s boom, 90s hype. and he was able to leverage some of the current assets while trying to create new revenue streams or new future assets. There was so much kept intact through this era that really all the writing on the wall was that Marvel was going to be over. I mean, like there was articles and ideas floating around during this time that Company A was going to buy Spider-Man, Company B was going to buy X-Men or Fantastic Four, not just for the movies, but also for the publishing rights. And I remember that time, and like those were things that you couldn't fathom people allowing that to happen, but it was like right there, it was right on the precipice, and Perlmutter really prevented the absolute destruction of Marvel Comics. And you know, a little bit of luck with allegations against Michael Jackson, leaving Perlmutter a window to do what he did, because otherwise it would have been absolute doom if Jackson and the Jackson camp bought Marvel, despite them having ideas that would lead to the future direction of Marvel once Disney were to acquire it, the way how they monetized it. And it's interesting that Jackson wanted to do like a Marvel channel, very similar to Disney Plus, but at the same time, the integrity of the rights of the companies and what the company was able to do with those rights. Perlmutter, look, it was a sinking ship. He did everything he could, and everything is here now because of his expertise, brilliance, genius, and contributions. AKA Pat here, talking to you about some of the absolute forgotten comic book history, coming to you every day, new videos, all kinds of things. We're live streaming, hang out with me, draw with me. I'm live streaming nearly every single night, maybe a couple times a day, depending on the day. I love you guys, rock and roll.